She made $92,000 a year and still went broke before payday. Then one night, she discovered exactly where her money was disappearing. Her name was Dana Reyes. She was 34, worked as a marketing manager in Austin, and earned a salary most people would consider comfortable. But every single month, her bank account hit zero before the next paycheck landed. She told herself it was rent. She told herself it was inflation. She told herself a lot of things. The truth was hiding in plain sight. It started the way most habits do. Quietly, $14 for coffee, $22 for lunch delivery, $10 here, $30 there. A subscription she forgot about, an impulse purchase she barely remembered. None of it felt like spending. It felt like just living, but small leaks sink big ships. One rainy Tuesday night, her car wouldn't start. Dead battery. $480 to fix it. And Dana realized, standing in that mechanic's garage, that she didn't have $480. Not really. Not without her credit card groaning under the weight of it. That night she sat on her kitchen floor and did something she'd been avoiding for years. She opened her bank statements, all of them, 12 months, one by one. And that's when she saw it. $540 every month. Not rent, not utilities, not some emergency. Convenience, coffee, delivery, forgotten subscriptions, impulse purchases. Nearly $6,500 a year, disappearing in ways she barely noticed, and she had absolutely nothing to show for it. She didn't cry, she got angry. And that anger became fuel. For the next 30 days, Dana made herself record every purchase before she made it. No judgment, no excuses. Just one question. Do I actually want this? Or am I just making my life easier for 5 minutes? You can't fix what you refuse to look at, she told her sister on the phone. Her sister laughed. That sounds like a fortune cookie. Dana didn't laugh back. Maybe, but it's true. Slowly she made changes that didn't feel like sacrifice, they felt like choices. She brewed coffee at home 3 days a week, not 7. She canceled 2 subscriptions she hadn't opened in months. She started cooking on Sundays, just enough for a few weeknight dinners. The extra money, roughly $500 a month, she automated. The moment her paycheck landed, it moved straight into a separate savings account before she could touch it. Month 1, it felt uncomfortable. Month 3, it felt normal. Month 6, something shifted. Dana checked her savings account and saw more than $3,000 sitting there, money that used to vanish into coffee cups and forgotten apps. For the first time in years, she wasn't scared of an unexpected bill. But the real turning point wasn't the money in the account. It was realizing she could tell her money where to go instead of wondering where it had gone. She started reading about personal finance on her lunch breaks, nothing flashy, just simple, patient habits. Emergency funds. Long-term investing. The difference between spending money and building money. She finally opened a retirement account she'd been putting off for 6 years. She didn't just save the $500 a month either. She redirected her tax refund, put her next raise straight into savings instead of her lifestyle, and used the momentum to pay down her credit card. A year after that night on the kitchen floor, Dana had $11,000 saved, and a credit card finally paid off a balance she'd been carrying since college. For the first time in her adult life, she felt like she was steering her own future instead of just reacting to it. Her friends noticed. What changed? One of them asked over dinner Dana had cooked herself, in her own kitchen, with people she loved. Dana smiled. I stopped pretending roughly $500 a month was nothing. It wasn't about depriving herself. It was about finally seeing where her money was really going and deciding on purpose where she wanted it to go instead. Because sometimes financial problems don't come from one huge mistake. They come from small decisions repeated so often that they become invisible. And maybe there's a $500 habit in your life too. Not necessarily coffee. Not necessarily delivery. But something you keep calling just a little. The first step isn't cutting everything out. It's finally looking at the number and deciding what you want your money to do instead. This story is a work of fiction. Any resemblance to real people or events is purely coincidental. It's intended for general inspiration only and is not financial advice. Always consult a qualified professional before making financial decisions.